My sisters, it is so awesome to have you here with me, bringing sexy back. It's time for you. I mean, even Justin Timberlake sings about it. So how do you bring back that sexy? What if you never thought that you've ever had it? And what if you just don't know what it looks like? Seriously, I've been there, I've done that. I'm going to guide you through the next 3 videos on how to start right now. It's so simple. By the way, how gorgeous do I look? Be playful. So the first video today is all about identifying who told you that you were not sexy. Was it you? Was it a past partner? Is it a current partner? Is it a past friend? They're not obviously going to come up to you and say, yeah, you're not sexy. No, it's that underlining things that a person may say to you that gets you, start to believe. And you wonder, like, maybe it is true. Maybe I'm not that sexy. So here's what I'm going to show you today. Identifying the first moment where you heard someone tell you that you're not sexy. Someone or you. Either or, the penny's got to drop. Who was it first? You can take it back to childhood, just wherever it may have been. The key is to identify that issue. So I remember at a very, very young age, I never worried about what I looked like. I just accepted myself for who I was, although I loved pretty things. And my mum, she's so funny. She was, you get those girly girls, and I was never that, although I did love nice things, and I always loved to have nice things. Every time I used to get ready, I used to come out and I go, Mum, how gorgeous do I look? And she would say, Patty, it's not about what's outside, it's about what's inside. And I said, totally agree, Mum, but my outside has to match my insides. And she's like, oh, she used to go, oh, whatever. And so, growing up, it was not about what you looked at like. That's what I saw in my world. It was like who you were as a person. And obviously growing up, I'm now 44 years old, and people are very much about what's outside. And you want to be sexy for your lover, and you want to be sexy for you. So how do you get there? Is the penny dropping? Like, are you thinking, yeah, it was that person who told me, or maybe it is my conversation with myself. And it's really identifying where it's all started. Okay, I had an ex that used to tell me, this was like, how long ago was this? 25 years ago. It wasn't a really nice relationship at all. There was domestic violence in it, but I remember him telling me that I was fat and ugly. And I just went, like I was a young chick in my 20s. And I'm thinking, well, he's a bodybuilder and he looks really good. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. And so I started to believe what he's told me. And it's those beliefs that just can get ingrained, and you might not even think about it on an everyday occurrence, but it's there. It's that underlying behavior that you put yourself out there because of what you've heard someone tell you or what you tell yourself. So recognizing that is the first point of how you can start knowing that you're sexy as fuck. Like, seriously, once you realize, and you just own that shit. You start owning it all over the show, and people who might get annoyed from you because you are starting to own your sexy. You're starting to know what is sexy, what it about you is sexy. And when that starts just oozing out of your pores, well, from there, you start looking at life differently. You're not so much of a hater anymore. You start appreciating the beauty in just trees and flowers. You appreciate the beauty with your family. It just is like an ongoing effect. So, have you identified who and what was said to you? Because we need to kick that fuck out of here. My darlings, I hurt for people when I hear what we say to ourselves and to others. It's like, it is the most horriblest things. And yes, out there, the world, you've probably researching how to feel differently. And so the first thing I keep reiterating is identifying what is going on for you and how you can change that. And so what is one thing that you can do moving forward until you see my next video? What is one thing that you can start doing right now to start changing those cogs in the wheels of how you look at yourself? Well, there's identifying it. So you've identified what was said to you, whether it be you or an ex or a current partner. And the next is to really understand what was said. Are you taking it out of context? What exactly were they saying to you? So that's the second one, is identify what was said. And then the third one, this is like an awesome tip that I do on an everyday occurrence, like with everything. And this is a really good, because it helps you to really nut out what was said or what you're saying to yourself. I love that one. Is really entertaining what was said, entertaining that negative thought, or entertaining what is the truth. So, for instance, if someone said to me, Patty, you're fat and you're ugly. So instead of just brushing it off and trying to be positive, like, whatever, that person's a loser. They are for saying that, but just entertaining that thought. And I don't want you to like saturate it in it and like feel like ugh about it, but just like listen to what was said. So I try things on because I've built up this resilience. So I try things on. Okay, if that person said that to me, what was the whole picture looking like for a person to say that? Was it something that I was wearing? Was I in a shitty mood? Was it, did I just come across as bleh? And so, not that you're blaming yourself, but I'm just getting into the big picture of what was said. Was it said in a conversation? And obviously, I'm not justifying what they're saying, but I'm getting you to entertain the thoughts of what was said. And so then you can start breaking it down. Well, am I fat? Well, I know ladies that are a size 8 and they still think they're fat. I don't know, I think I'm size 14, 16, I don't know. But does that make me less than a beautiful person? Does that make me unkind? And again, I'm not trying to make it a positive thing right now. I'm just getting you to entertain the thought of what that person said. So if they did say that, or if you say it to yourself, just think about it and what it is about that comment, derogatory comment, obviously, but what it is your body telling you. Okay, so if you are fat, cool. What can I do? What can I do from right now to start speaking to myself in a loving way, in that self-love way that can help you feel good about yourself? Not these positive affirmations, because you have to feel it deep down below before you actually believe it. You could say all the positive things in the world, but if you're underneath your epidermis, if you truly don't believe in it, nothing's going to shift. So I like to not brush things off. I like to have these conversations with myself. Like, oh, okay, I can see what they might have meant by that. Or by that, I could, maybe they're hurt and they're just being an arsehole and saying arsehole things. And it's not about me. It's a reflection about them. So entertaining those conversation so that it gets your expanded awareness or your self-awareness really building up a resilience to what is going on for you and also the person that has told you. Does that make sense? I know it does. And in my next video, I'm going to show you more. So tune in. I am so blessed that you are here. Seriously. And I'm very grateful. Until my next video, get grounded, stay sexy, and remember, you are damn awesome.